Back into some of our NFL draft analysis as we look ahead to the April 24th to the 26th, the NFL draft coming up this month. And we want to take a look at some of our high school athletes that had great high school careers here, went on to have good college careers outside of the state, but now are on the board for potentially joining an NFL team here in the NFL draft. And we're going to start off with maybe the highest profile guy from out of our state, Jaxon Dart, the quarterback at Ole Miss, who clearly had a phenomenal career here in high school as well.
Yeah, man, I remember covering Jaxon Dart when he was just a sophomore at Roy High School. Then he transferred over to Corner Canyon. Big body, big arm, big play capability. This guy loves to score points, which is what NFL offenses love to do. But his ability to sit in the pocket, deliver great passes, let the routes develop how they're supposed to is what NFL scouts love. And so here, and then, of course, just getting the ball in his hands, him to be able to run the ball and do everything. Here's a QB run game, and watch how he finishes this, right? Quarterbacks finishing in the lane. That's what you want to have happen, and Jaxon Dart makes it happen. You saw in their bowl game, he was just spectacular. He made guys miss in the pocket, but keeps his eyes downfield. Jaxon Dart is that guy, and that's why he's getting a first-round grade. Honestly, I hope he slips to my Steelers because I definitely believe he has that capability, but I think he's a full-scale offense. Whatever offense you want to run, under center, shotgun, he fits that offense, and he has a toughness about him, and that's what you really want. You want a guy who can endure tough situations, especially when you get late into the season and into the playoffs.
What would you say stands out the most to an NFL scout when you're looking at the strengths of Jaxon Dart? Why would he rise up on their board as a potential draft pick?
I mean, normally people would say big arm or stuff like. I just think he's a playmaker. Yeah. Whatever you need him to do, he does, right? Short passes, long passes, intermediate passes, making sure that guys are lined up. He's a leader at the end of the day, and that's what you want at that quarterback position. And then he just understands exactly what it is. What do we need on this play? Do we need a first down? Do we need the small chunk? Or do we need to go yard right here? Do we need to make that happen? I think he understands the game at a very high level, and that's what makes him a first-round draft pick. And I think that it's got a lot of NFL scouts salivating. Through this whole offseason with the Combine, Pro Day, Senior Bowl, he's just lit it up as he always does. And so he's just on the spotlight right now, and I think he's going to be one of the best quarterbacks in this entire draft.
I like the word playmaker used there.
Yes.
He was fourth all-time in the SEC. Think of all the great quarterbacks the SEC's had.
Yeah.
Fourth all-time in
Even
total
at Ole Miss, he beat a lot of Eli Manning's records.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah. All right, so here's the big question, though. Let's put his draft card on the board for you, SLY, to make a decision here. We have Jaxon Dart as a first-round card here. Do you buy or sell Jaxon Dart as a first-round draft pick?
I buy, right? Because as we've seen, there's a lot of teams that need quarterbacks. There's a lot of teams with older quarterbacks that are phasing out. Your Matthew Staffords, your Russell Wilsons, Aaron Rodgers, wherever he decides to land. And there's just a lot of teams that I need a quarterback, right? The Browns, the Steelers, even New Orleans with Derek Carr's situation. He's got a shoulder injury. You don't know what's going to happen there. Kellen Moore coming in. Kellen Moore and Jaxon Dart together, I think that's a match.
Okay, let's take it to another level, though. Top 10? Would you buy him as a top 10 pick? There are people saying that he could be the second quarterback taken after Cam Ward.
Hey, honestly, I've seen crazier things happen. I really thought that he would be a great fit for the Raiders, his personality, close proximity as far as his home. But, yeah, I can see it. It's all dependent on what a team wants, right? You got New Orleans sitting at, 9 or 10? Kellen Moore could be like, all right, I'm trying to change all of this. Let's make this happen. He's going to be my guy of the future, and they can grow together. We just never know what can happen. But, yes, I think he's one of those guys. I thought the Raiders would take him, but, they signed Geno, so I don't think that's the same deal. Yeah. But, yeah, definitely a top 10 guy.